I got him. Now, Tank, now.
Welcome to your doom.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
No, I do where we get to heaven and God basically is like, how many followers did you have? It's just, like, what are you recruiting? Like, me and Satan's got a long thing going.
Yeah, he didn't
he
didn't like on that thing to feed that baby.
Oh, fuck. That's what I had to do?
Yeah, it was a
There
test.
is like a Dr. Phil episode where this guy doesn't like his mom because she doesn't have enough followers.
There's a lot of stupid Dr. Phil episodes.
It's Dr. Phil. What do you expect?
What happened to the mom? Like, who's...
I don't know. I don't watch Dr. Phil.
Who needs a mom to be popular?
I blame Dr. Phil for, for that, promoting that fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah, he made the Catch Me Outside chick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not blaming Dr. Phil. I am disappointed in Maury. Because,
he should have got her.
You know that Our Father documentary, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Phil had that. That had Maury written all over it. Like, that's like Maury, when he retires, he should do a movie. Are we going?
Yeah.
No, tell me what you noticed about O.J. Simpson.
Did you see O.J. Simpson?
I saw the thing
Renee,
you sent me.
Did you watch?
I did.
Okay, for the listeners, in case you haven't seen, apparently O.J. Simpson is horrified that women don't have the right to choose what happens to their bodies.
Yeah. I guess we didn't know this, but Nicole Simpson, it was her choice to get turned into a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
I know. It was a late-term abortion in that backyard that night.
For his old mother-in-law.
Yeah. No, like O.J. Simpson, I think maybe we should check for bad concussions. Like, do you know he wrote a book called If I Did It? And you can go on YouTube and watch him hypothetically tell you how he would have killed her.
I know,
had he killed her, and he keeps saying the wrong tense.
I feel like we joked about this in the past because I saw that some witty book salesman, like what they would do, they put the sticker over it, but they get rid of the if. So it just says I did it.
I think actually someone did the family member of they did write a counter book basically called I Did It, and I think it's free on Audible. Because I was trying to get If I Did It by O.J. Simpson, and I got the wrong one by accident. Welcome to the Non-Essentials Podcast. This is episode 87. We're starting off strong.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson, our correspondent, not in L.A., weighing in on the Roe v. Wade. You know why he doesn't want to go to L.A.?
Because he brushed his teeth first.
No. That's funny, though. Apparently, first of all, my name is Jake. I don't have a good... OJ Bussy. His Broncos for sale, apparently.
Yes.
But
and who are you?
I'm Renee, Members Mark Wright.
Okay. Members Mark Wright. Okay. And I'm Adam. Oh man, I didn't do it.
Bronco
Riley. But I do want to say, since you said Members Mark, I do want to thank listener T, who is in the audience right now. Say hi.
Thank you so much. This episode's going to get sloppy.
Yeah, this episode's going to get sloppy. He brought by another bottle of Blackened.
I really like this whiskey.
It's so good. It's the Metallica whiskey, so we'll be blackening out.
I will say, back to OJ real quick. It's like the reason he doesn't want to go to L.A. is
what just happened?
Hold on. This is right. Did you hear?
Because he said, almost never mind. I'm sorry. Just continue.
I'm trying. Okay. All right. So the reason O.J. Simpson doesn't want to go to L.A. is there is a chance he may end up sitting next to the actual killer.
Yeah, he's gonna be like a parakeet fighting itself in the mirror.
Exactly. Like there are sometimes mirrors at the bus stop. O.J. It's an amazing amount of just I can't believe what they're doing to women nowadays.
I mean, what's the a football player in boxer injury or
CTE?
Yeah, CTE.
Yeah. Come on.
That's what I mean.
But you can only tell after they're dead. You have to have it.
No, you can tell when this one's alive.
Yeah, I guess in his case, you can tell.
He was a fucking running back, that's for sure. But yeah, I heard his Bronco was for sale. And honestly, I heard it was only for sale for $40,000 or something.
I mean, is it an auction?
Well,
that's probably the starting bid.
Yeah.
I just think you could sell each seat for that much. Just part it out. There's all those serial killer collectors. John Wayne Gacy sold paintings for $30,000. Before they stopped letting serial killers do this kind of stuff.
You can't profit off your crimes.
Right, but he's not technically a serial killer. He only killed one woman.
There is another serial killer who she knit stuff and sold it on Etsy or whatever.
Is that the Australian broad that turned her husband into soup and drapes? Her name's Catherine. She's 6'2".
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
she was actually a butcher in her real.
Yeah. Sounds like what's not Belle,
Yeah, it is.
Is it Bell?
Yeah.
The serial killer that
Norwegian serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few I think that was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that was a
her,
really long time ago.
We haven't done a serial killer in a while.
I
wouldn't
know,
mind
it's true.
getting
It's true.
cracking into one of those. Did you guys see? Speaking of like crime and court news, like the other court news. You want to take
ahead.
it from here?
The other court?
Oh, Ghislaine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, Ghislaine.
That's what we call her.
Like I actually wrote this down. It's like Ghislaine Maxwell only got 20 years in our for the just
A massive amount of
barrage,
women.
the
Yeah.
barrage of children that she like facilitated getting fucked.
Yeah. She's
And
like,
not
like
to
a
make it any
sexual-
better, but R. Kelly got 30 years for pissing on a chick. Like on a child. It's like I feel like
For what it's worth,
maybe
he was
Ghislaine
in,
should have gotten more.
he was in
Well-
the driver's seat on that one.
And
Ghislaine
no.
was like the rally car map guy.
I don't know
Just
because
right,
But
left.
I think hers is kind of worse because women trust women.
Well,
or
exactly.
women
100%
trust
worse.
It's
women.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
it's weird that like he still fucked a kid and peed on her.
Yeah.
But like
Well, let's
she.
just keep his sentence and then we just add like.
That's what
double
I'm getting
hers.
at. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying is like I mean, granted, realistically, they're both going to die in prison. One of them's going to get suicided. The other one's probably going to die of old age after like a record over the phone or something like that is recorded. But like, I think that
His "I Believe I Can Die"
yeah,
album.
I believe I can die.
That's
Yeah.
Seal.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought that was. I thought that was
I
"Kissed
think
by
if-
a Rose" on
Yeah.
the grave, which is what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
you
gonna
know
be
it.
kissing.
Pissed by a rose on the
Ah,
grave.
That's right. That's
I wanted
right.
to say a rosebud joke
right.
where you prolapse your anus. That's a fun one. So anyway, but like I'm frustrated the fact that I know more about Johnny Depp
Yep.
getting his bed shit on than Ghislaine Maxwell's like
It's true.
pedophile list. It's bullshit. And I do want to say this. I gotta like you can sidetrack me in a moment, but I gotta say Jussie Smollett. I also saw that he said, and I quote, since we're talking about like people and crimes, he goes, "I'd be a real piece of shit if I faked that crime." Like, you said it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
Well,
so
what I've been laughing about is like it feels like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing was a distraction, and the best
Yeah,
way I could think about
absolutely.
it is like I saw Amber Heard's actual shit and fecal matter, and the only thing of Ghislaine Maxwell, I saw a charcoal drawing of her glaring at the
scowling.
artist.
Yeah.
That's all we get from that one. Another thing, not to like I guess draw too much of a comparison, but like you said, Ghislaine was basically the bait. Women trusted her.
Yeah.
I don't know what the right thing is, but I did see that they just convicted. It was a 101-year-old Auschwitz
I was gonna ask if he was
Oh,
a Nazi.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It basically he's an accessory to 3,500 murders.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is probably conservative.
Which is a lot based
Yeah.
off
yeah.
any amount of murder. That's a lot of murder.
It is a lot of murder.
Like there's a new word that a serial accessory to
Yeah.
murder.
Like a spoon.
But that's basically he was, this is what he was. He was the
Thank you.
This guard was a in you go.
Actually, he's probably like, you're limping left lane.
Yeah.
He's swiping left and right.
Yeah. Like okay, so anyways, let's get out of this. Let's get
Yeah.
out of there.
He was turning him into Tinder. All right.
All right.
So
Okay, Adam. Okay.
No, because of the swiping.
Here's the thing. Okay. Never mind.
Oh, you gonna defend
I don't.
Tinder?
Yeah, I don't get it. What were you about to do? Anyway,
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Jake and I, we have a tattoo shop together, right? A lot of longtime listeners know this. But Jake, have you heard of a company called Save My Ink Forever?
No, but can I guess what it is? Is it
You
one
may.
of those? Is it where you get the skin cut off and you can gift it to people? Like, I think this is going to be a huge industry if that's what this is.
All right.
I thought it
So
was like an
instead of me
NFT.
scratching the next 3 lines of my notes, no, you haven't, huh, Jake? All right. Well, it is a,
No,
it
I
is
have a big rant about this, but keep
It
going.
is a post-mortem tattoo service that turns a recovered body ink into fine art collectibles. The company works with funeral homes, privately owned, obviously, and they come in, they harvest the skin, and they preserve it to stop any kind of
They use a
decomp.
different word than harvest.
No, because
I use harvest because
Oh,
it's
okay.
vile. Yeah.
can I tell you? Well,
It takes about 3 months to
Yeah.
do. Like, it's not like they just don't like.
I do have thoughts and opinions on this.
Yeah, let's hear
And
it.
then people thought you were weird for
No,
having
I do have a really
breast
good.
milk jewelry.
Yeah, that's the thing. Breast milk jewelry can fly. I can hang a back piece.
Hold on well, dude, I mean, they were taking like ashes from from cremation ashes and like press them into diamonds.
Yeah, it's true.
Sure.
You know?
I got something on that later too.
Okay.
But I will say, okay, so I've actually been put in this conundrum a little bit. I have a client where we've done a ton of work on him, back piece, everything, and he has mentioned a few times that basically he wants to gift the artwork back to me. And I would be put in kind of a moral conundrum because, like, personally, I would like the artwork. It would be like a cool bond, but it would be one of those things like your family has to be 100% on board with this, and you better not be a ghost. But here's the other thing is, like,
Ask me if you can turn into a Fifi.
exactly. Yeah. Can I borrow you? But so here's something
roll
to,
you up.
something to think about. You know, the whole NFT craze about like authenticity and blah 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 blah. Like what is paintings? You know, there's a big forgery problem. Well, basically, because you need a patronage of like from the artist to the collector
on a pigs.
But I was just because personally, I think some of the best artists in the world are tattoo artists. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but like I follow artists that are incredible artists, and they are getting older, and their art is dying off.
Well, no, and you sit there and you look, and you're like, that was on skin.
Yeah,
and it's like that's the thing, like,
and it's going in the ground. And I was just in there thinking, like, this is a world I see that I think would be beautiful. Let's say you have I'll use Guy Atchison because if you don't know who he is, look him up. Southern Illinois, one of the best tattoo artists in the world. Here's the thing about him. He's getting a bit older. He's like teaching and stuff now, but his art is slowly going away. But what if you could make this artist like a Monet level artist? Let's say you're passing away. You donate your skin to canvas. That goes to your family. This artwork, why isn't that worth like a Monet? Here's the thing. You can't copy it. You can DNA fucking test it to prove it.
I mean, you could just get put in the Louvre, but then someone's just going to throw the cake at it while they're
But
dressed
then
as a
you
woman.
could sell it and your family could get the proceeds for this piece. Like, technically, you collected artwork the same way someone bought a Monet from a fucking street fair and turned it into $60 million years later.
Yeah, if they
Did
can
they like tan it, or how are they making it
they
last?
just said it basically takes like 3 months to like preserve it.
I would imagine just basically dehydrating it, preserving it, and keeping it under UV protected glass.
And honestly, even if you think that is like a weird thing to do, which I mean it is a little weird. I think anytime you by any sort of definition desecrate a corpse, right? Like you kind of like you venture into the odd.
I got something on that later.
But like you got to think, even like in the Victoria era, they were still like snipping hair off and making necklaces and stuff like that or they were like posting up the dead bodies.
Or they take a picture and then you.
Yeah, that was always really
or
gross.
how about
really gross.
How about the whole thing where doctors basically had to buy bodies to dissect to learn about because it was essentially
they would dig them up.
Take bodies.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That was considered desecration of the corpse, and that led to the entire medical field.
Yeah, you just can't fuck them.
So
that's
no,
the problem. I had to learn that lesson twice.
So this is like obviously I'm going to be biased, but I'm 100% on board because I think this opens up avenues of interest towards monetary value of the collector to the family and to preserve the work of the artist better than just photos. You know what I mean?
So NFT is actually non-fungible tattoos.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. I've got a little fun fact for you. And
what's that?
But no, I figure I feel like I know we've talked about this in the past, so I don't know if you remember this, but actually Teddy Roosevelt, on the day he was inaugurated, he wore a ring that had 6 strands of hair from Lincoln in it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about it in the
No,
past, but it's
I
kind
would've
of like a
remembered
neat
that.
thing. Like it was actually gifted to him. It was sent to him by something Hayes. But he was like, hey, he's like
Rutherford B. Hayes. I don't know.
He goes, I want you to wear this because like I feel like you of all men would appreciate who this is and who it stands for. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but
Gay.
I said Hayes, not gays.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah,
it's
you
your
got
last day.
Yeah, you got like hours until you can't make those
Yeah.
jokes. No, I got-
That's a real heirloom.
All right, I'll allow it. No, like I honestly like I
love
no,
it.
I hope that like I don't mind the idea of like the tattooing thing, tattooing preservation thing. I mean, granted, like you're gonna have to hack off my nips too, like,
but that's fine.
like because those are tattooed.
That's where his nip used to be.
No, because they're tattooed. Jake powered through like a few of them.
I don't know. Like I look at it like. If I saw a real Monet or a real, like master painting, like I would treat that thing like don't touch it, don't be. But like even more so with skin that used to be part of a person, it's a weird thing where the beauty of tattooing is that it's the one medium where the owner has to suffer for it too, and I think that's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of gross, but like whatever. Like I don't really give a shit, but like.
It's definitely
It's
gross.
interesting,
It's
though.
definitely, and that's why I'm saying it's like I am 100%
I don't know
for
if
it.
it's like. I don't know if it's like.
If I went to a museum and I saw tattoo art from an artist 300 years ago on a person 300 years ago,
That's cool. Well, what
that's
I wanted,
interesting.
What
Yeah,
I wanted
that-
to say though is
I
that
agree
like
with that,
I don't know
yeah.
if it's like I think it'd be more weird because like, oh, that was my buddy versus here's something that was done on someone.
Yeah,
You know,
I
that's
agree.
what I'm getting at. It's that like you're like, oh yeah, like that's
Right, but if the buddy was on board, he went through a process.
Yeah, for sure.
But also the other thing is like I don't know, art. It's like the way I've always viewed tattooing. The reason I've always loved it so much is I feel like tattooing is kind of what art used to be, where basically you had to commission a piece, you had to describe what you wanted, and that piece became part of your room. And at some point, art became an accessory to the room. But with tattooing, that's never became an accessory totally yet to the body.
I'm gonna take it a step further though. Like when I die, like I want you to sip your like morning Folgers from my skull. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I'm fine with that.
Or honestly, my head is so fucking big.
Like,
Like
yes,
you probably
okay.
just brew the pot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and I easily. We're a set of chili bowls on a warm fire hearth or whatever.
No,
hearth
like
and you know.
honestly, you could
cold
probably
February
like take
night.
my head and then Jake's head, and then you drill holes in one of the skulls, and you have like a salad spinner.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, like, you just no.
Otherwise-
No, I
There you
hate
go.
it. I
There you
hate
go.
it.
Well, let's go with Renee's idea. Just throw it in the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasteful. You'd probably throw out.
You'd probably
Straws, too.
rather make plastic that would kill fish.
No, it's just that I get what you're saying, because if I saw a tattoo on like something that was like hundreds of years old, yes, that's cool. But if it
Yeah.
was like my husband, I'm like, no, those are my tattoos.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
I mean, he does have a Lombardi trophy on him.
That's Wisconsin's tattoos for all of the respect.
That is regional heritage.
Yes.
I need you guys to acknowledge the fact that I knew that was a Lombardi trophy.
I know, that's true.
I mean, seriously, I
pretty
need
good.
I need
Yeah,
a tip of the hat
yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
Fine.
100%.
All right. So, anyways, like real quick dial back. Speaking of desecration of a corpse, I have a follow up to. I don't know if we talked about this. I cannot remember. The crazy ex that threw the mother's ashes in the lake.
No,
Did you see it? Okay, so what it was in Dallas, Fort Worth. Basically, her ex, I think his boyfriend, cheated on her or whatever. So to get back at him, he took his mother's urn and dumped it into a lake and videotaped it. Right, and it gets even worse than that. The person videotaping it was her daughter, and so he overheard her basically talking about it. And there was a lot of like people thought, this is a stunt, this is fake. Not fucking fake. She's facing up to a year of jail time and a $4,000 fine for desecration of a corpse.
Yeah,
I
that's
kinda-
a little over the top.
that
I
is
think.
pretty intense.
It is.
Yeah. Well, in which way?
No,
Are you saying the
I'm
jail
saying,
time
like,
or
for her to
the-
have done that?
Yeah,
that's
for-
like
yeah.
some brutal shit.
No, and
like
there-
slash his tires or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
He-
like, don't take
He
a
used car like normal people.
Right. But what I thought was interesting is I didn't know that breaking someone's urn with desecration of a corpse, because here's the thing is I haven't done this, but I know people mix.
You haven't
You
broken
haven't done
an
it
urn
yet?
No, they mix tattoo.
The night is
they,
young.
They mix ashes into ink. I don't do this, but they mix ashes into ink and they tattoo it, like desecration of a corpse. Or they just dump it off a cliff, a la Big Lebowski style. Is that desecration of a corpse? Like,
Oh my
what
God.
constitutes that? Is it just something happens to it that you didn't want?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think that
And
is.
because like if I break it on the ground, that's just stirring up the Cheerios. It's still a corpse.
Yeah.
But it's like the same concept if like I got mad at you, so I went and dug up your relative and did
And threw it in
something.
the lake?
Yeah, and threw it in the lake.
Right. But at the same time, that means my relative's sitting on my like mantle, you know, and you
Maybe.
just take it. You take my pottery as desecration. I just thought it was an interesting ruling. She definitely fucking deserved it because
Yeah.
she shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was
Pretty
strange.
intense.
It's something that you can't undo. That's the problem.
Sure, but people
Yeah,
do
just
this
fuck
normally.
his friend or something. Like,
Yeah, like normal
That's what
people.
I'm talking about. Normal spite.
Yeah.
Don't go all dark with it. That's how you get a ghost.
Yeah.
Like if anyone deserves a ghost,
that's
it's
the
this,
grudge
This
right
fucking
there.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You dumped me in a lake.
Yeah.
But I don't. He basically overheard her bragging about it to a friend through whatever, and then basically there's a video online of her doing it. So that's why she videotaped her.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I don't
very
get when
stupid.
people videotape it.
It's-
Like, I don't
it's
understand that.
Stupid.
They like to make the case easy for the prosecutor.
Dude, do you remember?
apparently.
Yeah, exactly. I do remember one of those like my whatever habits or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about? Like those my intense or insane habits. But there's this one chick in there that what she would do is basically do like a gummer of her ex-boyfriend's ashes.
Wait,
Wait.
I've lost what you're talking about.
Okay,
Like,
so
she puts
it
his
was,
gum.
it was one of those
her-
like
his
those
ashes
people
on her
that have
gums.
like those intense weird like things like whatever. But what she would do is she first started off by just like licking her finger and like dabbing in the ashes from the urn.
She's desecrating the corpse.
She would eat it,
Yeah.
but then she was like, I remember this video where she's like, I know that eventually I'm gonna run out of ashes because she was like, that was like her thing. You know how it's like some
I would
people
think
like
about
eat toilet-
eventually you're eating his taint.
She
That's my
so
thought.
She
Is
has
like,
pica, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you don't know what I'm talking about.
no,
It
I
was
don't.
like those TV shows. Listener T.
on TLC.
My Strange Addiction.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
All
yes,
right.
I have
So
heard
My
of that.
Strange Addiction. Thank you very much. And so basically she was like doing gummers with her ex-boyfriend's ashes and like her big like, oh my God, is that she's going to eventually run out of ashes.
She's got to get a new boyfriend.
Well, I guess.
I guess here's the thing. If I'm
Yeah.
fine with hanging it on the wall as art, I'm fine with doing gummers.
Yeah,
so
I guess.
I gotta stick by
Like-
my guns here.
It's like at the end of the day, it was like, I want you to eat my ashes and turn it into shit, please. Like, I don't think that those were his last words.
Exactly. So I guess I was confused by the desecration of the corpse in regards to the urn. So we actually we had our audience check us, and I believe that
The ownership of the corpse. So basically, if the boyfriend would have taken his mother's ashes and put, because he owned the urn and had that given to him,
Yeah.
he was the recipient of that. If he would have dumped the ashes into the lake, it would have been fine. But since they were essentially stolen from him and then they were dumped in, that's where it comes into desecration.
well, so who legally owns the corpse in a graveyard?
The
graveyard.
plot, probably.
So
Yeah.
if I'm the legal beneficiary, I can dig that corpse up.
Well, do you remember? I mean, I feel
Weekend
like
at Bernie's.
wasn't it last week we
Yeah.
talked about that chick hawking a loogie on that one dude's body?
So that's fine. If she's a legal owner, she can do what she wants. She could turn him into a dildo if she was
Anything-
made out of ash.
Anything can be a dildo if you believe in yourself.
Exactly. And you have epoxy.
Okay. And speaking of weird, scary things, I have a fear that I got from
Okay.
listener T. Actually,
You find
Is it-
you find a dildo made out of the ashes of your ex scary?
yeah, I actually find that
That's a Tuesday to me, buddy.
Yeah.
that is scary. Okay, so I got this one
That's called upcycling.
from listener T, who's in the audience. Okay, so it's Anna tie-dye phobia.
This is you're scared of chicks named Anna wearing a tie-dye t-shirt.
That's
Do
no.
we get options?
Yes, the options are, and I hope I don't mess it up for them. But anyways, the options are fear of spicy food dissolving your esophagus, fear of brightly colored houses, or fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you.
I go with. So he did number one because of the Bean Boozled. And then what was number two?
Fear of brightly colored houses.
Okay. Here's
I don't know why that, but I'm going number three.
Here's all I'm gonna say about it. Anna tie-dye phobia sounds like someone's like this got something to do with colors. It sounds like they're
Like
leading
tie-dye?
They're leading me into like the fear of colors. And somewhere in the back of my brain, I know someone is scared that a duck is watching them. So I'm going number 3 as well.
I always feel like
Somebody's
ducking, watching me.
Yeah.
This is autocorrect.
So it just so happens that you guys are both right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Because honestly, ducks are sneaky.
Yeah.
There could be one right
Yeah.
now in this room.
I just like I just find it fat. Like I cannot help but think of the first time a psychologist heard of this. So we're like, you know,
Honestly,
it's
You
like
gotta put a name on this one.
Yeah,
I
just
just
start
can't-
throwing darts at my like 3-letter words on the map.
And her name was Anna Tie Dye, and she was scared of
that's
the dogs
like I just
watching
like
her.
I'm so curious. I want to know to where it's just like I'm sorry, what? It's like listen, I
The
know
etymology
I
of
know
it?
this sounds crazy, but like I live by a lake, and every time I'm up as a duck,
Yeah.
you know, it's
and
like
it's watching me.
yeah, it's like what? How does it get weird enough to bring it up?
Was that? Isn't there like
Odds are, if you're by a duck, the duck's keeping an eye on you. You're much bigger than it.
Well, no.
So,
Isn't there that fact that like a duck's quack does not echo and they do not know why?
You're right. Yeah.
Right.
A duck is also called nature's rapist, and it has an
Oh,
inflatable
spiral.
corkscrew
It's
penis.
true.
Spiral
true.
dick, right?
Actually, like
I remember watching Jake and I. We watched some rape porn actually with the
Yeah.
duck. Some
I thought you were
like
gonna
a-
say that you used it to clean your ears or something.
honestly, probably wouldn't be
What?
the worst thing.
Yeah, it would be the worst thing.
No, there could be
I'm
worse.
sorry, but like a spiral duck dick
No, I
Yeah,
re-
in your
because you
ear.
used the spiral.
No, I
thing to
remember we,
clean your
we were
wax
leaving the
out.
shop, and
We were like, should we help it?
basically what happened was we saw a duck fly over, and it was the women are brown, and there was two mallards that looked much
Well, no,
cooler.
she hit. I
Yeah,
thought
but
she
like,
hit the. Didn't she hit the wall or the glass or
but
something
the
like that?
two
Like,
ducks were just hot on her. It looked like Top Gun, Maverick.
except with
and
not-
these ducks steered her right into.
it wasn't Goose though.
I swear they knew that she was going for a glass door, and like it was across the river. We heard this duck hit the glass door, and like the glass rippled, and she was knocked out.
And then they kept
and they
fucking her.
they were just on her. And honestly, it took
Well,
me
they
back.
did have a mission, so.
Well, it took me back to my childhood. This wasn't my
Wait,
first duck rape.
that
Wait, what?
This wasn't my first duck rape. Like I flashback. This was like
It sounds like Jake's prom night.
No, I was on. I was
Well,
living-
he was a really good swimmer, and he's doing great in college.
Yeah, he has a lot going for him. But no, it was back on Udell in Beloit. We're living there. I'm playing basketball with my brother, who was older than me, and his friend. I think his name was Aaron. We're playing basketball in the front
His
yard.
nickname was the Duck.
I was happy to be a part of it. I really was, right? And what happened? Same scenario. Female duck hits the front yard. Just bam. We're all like, oh, that was weird. Two ducks on top of her. And honestly, here's what I did. I threw the basketball at the two ducks because I thought they were beating up the other duck. I didn't know it was a girl duck. And I ran over and I heroically stopped these two ducks from beating up that other duck just to turn around and see my brother and his friend mad that I stopped this rape. Yeah, and I remember they made me feel bad about it. They were just like, oh, like I messed the antenna up on spice porn. So
it's a twist on Mighty Ducks.
I saved that duck.
Yeah.
That was a flying V.
Oh, fucking knuckle puck. Oh, jeez. Where do you go
Emilio
from there?
Estevez
Yeah,
still
where
gonna fuck
do
your
you
mom
go from
though.
there?
I know exactly where you go from there. Do you guys know what quarophilia is?
Is that fighting?
Oh, we got an alarm going off here. Quarophilia. It's a sexual fetish.
But how-
Quarrel?
can you
Like
s-
fighting though?
Yeah, like spell it.
QUIROFILIA. And I didn't write down options, but I'm going to think of three off the top of my head. It's got
'Kay.
something to do with the body part.
'Kay.
The right body part will be in the mix. Is quarophilia hair? Is quarophilia hands? Or is quarophilia humps?
Humps.
Okay.
you
Lovely
spell it again,
lady
please?
lumps.
QUIROFILIA. I did type this while watching my daughter play softball, so it's possible I spelled it wrong.
I was gonna say I can't even really picture that. But keep going. I have no answer.
Okay. So we have what was it? Hands, hump, or hair?
Well, that's a different order than you said first time, but I'm going with humps. Lumps. Bumps.
Hands, I guess. I
Okay.
don't know.
Quarophilia.
I'm always wrong. So
This is known as the fetish and the extreme
You were-
enjoyment.
I hate that you were thinking of this while you're watching your daughter.
I know, me
What
too.
the fuck is happening?
I googled it, guys.
Hold on, sweetie.
Listen,
Daddy's on the Google.
listen,
Yeah,
you guys
keep
want to
your eye
get
on the ball. Daddy's got to Google some kinks.
you guys want to get work done. You watch 9-year-olds play softball. So it is the extreme enjoyment of drum roll.
Humps.
Hands.
All right.
Hands and especially
You
fingers.
were right.
I mean, sorta. I mean, I basically pulled a homer there.
Well, this is the thing with like hands and feet. Here's the thing: is like I don't overly find them sexy, except if they're gross, and then I don't find them sexy.
yeah.
Like, if
No, I can find them
anti-sexy.
unsexy.
there's
Yeah.
not a ceiling on hands, but there's a floor.
Yeah.
Strong hands.
yeah. Yeah. No, that's I mean, by definition, because I can find them very unsexy, which by definition means that the opposite exists. You know,
Exactly.
without light, there is
Yeah.
darkness.
Somewhere
vice
between
versa,
a
but-
nice hand is a claw,
Yeah.
and somewhere I find it gross.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, in
yeah.
that spectrum. So
Yucky.
we have a listener showing. Was this a gross hand? All right, I'm gonna narrate. Adam is observing a screen. I don't know what
It's
I'm
a
looking.
hand kink.
I don't know what I'm looking.
It's
here.
Q-U-I-R-O-F-I-L-I-A.
Yeah, he spelled it right.
You think it'd be P-H.
Okay. So what I'm looking at here is a.
I guess if you can make money off those
Instagram,
pictures,
an
you should.
Instagram page called that.
Dude, well, I mean, I know that, like, the real...
Do all sex kinks have Instagram pages?
I
I have like 100 things to follow.
So
My
hold on.
stepsister in the
No,
dryer.
do you remember when we have a mutual friend who actually did foot porn,
Oh yeah.
and she had told us that like the spread toes were the money shot, and
Yeah.
like real dirty, gross toes.
Ew.
Like her one friend, like as a joke, just like hawked a fucking like giant spit.
Okay.
Onto her foot. You remember that?
That's
And
where
then,
that
like-
goes.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
But what I'm getting at is because
On dog poops is.
I'm just wondering.
waffling.
Hold on, I'm wondering if I'm squandering all this money here because my right hand, I've cut a finger off,
Yeah.
and
You've had a lot of work done. You got a lot
I've
of
had,
plastic
like-
surgery there.
I've had like 7.
You got a Kardashian hand.
Yeah, yeah. I've got.
You're gonna wake up jacking off a black guy.
That's a Tuesday.
He's busy every night of the week.
Or actually, speaking of the Kardashians, did you hear about Travis Barker? I didn't check this. This was all secondhand. I guess Travis Barker was like rushed to the hospital in the middle of the night.
Is it from too much jizz?
I figured his stepmom came on to him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got pancreatitis.
Literally
So-
though, as it came on him.
yeah, but I guess it was that it said
It's-
pancreatitis.
I called your mom. Your husband's in jail.
That's
the state
fine.
looked down on.
Oh yeah, is that a Blink?
Yeah,
Blink
182
182
song.
How did we get here? I love this.
You said Travis Barker.
No, I'm saying like it was a fun role.
Yeah, we're
So
talking
why
about.
is he in the hospital?
Pancreatitis.
Oh,
I was tattooing
pancreatitis.
someone that was like, oh, and they filled me in on all this stuff, and I didn't know. But Travis Barker, he's with that one, the makeup Kardashian. You know,
I don't fucking know.
I don't either.
What are the Kardashians' names?
Courtney, Kim, and Chloe.
That was a test and you failed.
I know.
no, like our audience passed. Listen, I'd like to point out we've brought this kind of full circle back to OJ.
Yeah,
This was a big loop.
like one of them is supposed to be his
Oh,
daughter.
I get it. Yeah.
He was like Saturn, like creating these children. Like it's like a old Greek myth.
Oh,
He was
my
at the
God.
country club.
It's horrific.
Well, I'm gonna go off of this here because I need to steer it off. I hate the Kardashians. Okay, so doctors say that there is a drug that they're in the mix of making that can make humans live up to 200 years old.
I thought
No
you were
thanks.
getting off of the Kardashians.
No,
like,
no, I mean, those
they were
chicks-
like financing that
I was
shit.
gonna say that shit's they're all plastic. They're gonna live forever, just floating
Like
in the
death
ocean.
becomes
no,
her?
it's like death. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hold
Death
on.
becomes her.
Hold on.
Did we steal his joke?
Yeah, you guys.
Oh,
still
man,
fucking-
that's the first
Listeners,
thing that
if
came
you've
to my
never
head.
watched the movie Death Becomes Her,
Here, look.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, excellent in it.
Anyway, cool guys, thank you. So anyway,
She's got
like
the little pin.
I
on
can
her
only think of
chest.
like when I think of like 200 years old, it made me immediately think of like Tom Segura's bit where he's like, "Have you seen 80?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that, Like I mean, because I'm almost hitting 42. I've already begun like coasting like downhill. Like I couldn't imagine like knowing that I'm like only a fifth of the way through.
Yeah, the thing about being 200, you know how you see like a car that's from the 30s, like that took 10 other cars to make it run now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
Fair enough.
being a 200-year-old is going to cost a lot of
Well,
young
like-
Brazilians their organs.
And then this is where I was gonna
Like-
say, I was like, you're gonna need to hire like an airbrush artist, like in Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Or
love that.
I need
I love
some
that we all-
bondo on the
we
chin,
all hit
babe.
that at
Yeah.
the same time. But unsurprisingly, Jeff Bezos is an investor.
Oh, of course he is.
And honestly,
He's got
like,
the money for
Dude,
200 years.
This is my joke. This is the head cut off on the Russian guy where they're going to do the surgery to
I mean-
head on head. Like the first person, you don't want to be that. Don't be the tip of that spear.
No,
You're
no.
not supposed to live.
You're the
You'll teach
third
them more
You're
if
the
you die.
third one.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm not surprised too because Bezos. I mean, I was looking at Bezos recently and I'm like, that dude's at least on TRT.
Oh, yeah.
He's at least on test. If not, like honestly, like stem cell therapy, like that's a thing. You know,
He's probably got like a Reebok pump in his nutsack for his dick.
and for his kicks.
Yeah.
So like, but
his
to be honest with
girlfriend's
you,
bummed he didn't die on the table.
I don't really blame him though.
No.
Like I mean, like if I had that kind of fuck you money, I'm like doing it too.
Dude, I'd be a Bond villain in a second.
Well, I know. Well, I know why Jake would do this. though. I
Why?
know why you'd do this.
Reebok pump in the balls.
Reebok pumpkin.
Because that's
No.
hilarious.
Okay, I could see Jake doing this because I know that he would want to live to at least year 2024.
Why? Well,
Because that's
not that far off. That's 3 years.
That's when the aliens.
So
teach us.
21, 24.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I
Oh,
misspoke.
21, 24.
okay.
Do you know
would-
why?
No.
Because that is 108 years after 2016.
I feel,
What happened in 2016?
what am I missing here?
What took 108 years to come to
Oh,
fruition?
you talking about another Cubs World Series?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
You're doing the barnyard, the shooter's fallacy? Dude, I hate that. Like, here's the thing.
That's why Jake will
I-
want to live to 21, 24.
Listen, here's the thing. I've been a Cubs fan since I was little. You know when I became a Cubs fan? When they were losers. You know what I mean? All these new Cub fans are like, why are they losing so bad? I'm like, welcome to what we were. This is when I fell in love. This is when I saw 20 dicks pissing in a trough. And if you've been to Wrigley, you know what I'm talking about.
or your prom night again.
Yeah, my prom night.
Yeah.
No, I like
Actually, real quick, go back to that. You know why that was significant?
because the goat.
No, so here's the thing about the Cubs. It's like they blame the goat. They're like, oh, this fucking goat.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
These are two sports references
Hold on.
I've done. I think I need some sort of thank
You're
you.
gonna get a hat. I'll get you a hat out of this.
Thank you.
Like,
Make
but
it a giant one.
for what it's worth. Like, here's the thing. This is what I'll say about. I think personally they should change their logo from the Cub to the goat. Because here's the thing. You know what? You know how many teams last 108 years without a championship? Fucking none. Because they don't have a goat to blame it on. You know what I mean? A scapegoat is a biblical reference. They literally would throw their sins upon the goat, kick the goat out of town, because that fixed everything. And they would do this over and over. It's not our players, it's a fucking goat. Over and over again. That goat should be the new mascot because it carried it for 108 years so they could finally get their shit together. And everybody started doing this stuff. It's called the shooter's fallacy. I love this. And the idea is like if you shoot the side of a barn 100 times and then you draw the bullseyes afterwards, you can look like a good shot. And so that's what they did. They're like, oh, 108 years is meant to be because there's 108 stitches in a baseball. There's 108 feet between this plate and that.
Well, no, it's like the movie 23.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
find all.
Yeah. You know who hates that? Steve Bartman, the guy that still isn't out in public that caught that ball in 2003 and Chicago destroyed his life.
He's like, I told you guys, 108.
So thank you for sending me on a tangent. But yeah, Cubs fan, I'm happy they're losing. This is gonna shake it out, get the fucking bleachers affordable again.
I'm kind of curious. Yeah, right. I'm kind of curious. So, would you guys live to 100 to 200?
No.
Who's coming with me? That's my real question because it's like
My great great grandchildren are
no,
so disrespectful.
It's
I don't
like,
even.
no, but let me see what VR looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Does
don't
it
know,
have a
like,
shop vac pump and a Pornhub main line to it? Maybe. So I want to be in the dick this time. You know, it's like,
I just want the dick part.
I want to basically be. I want to be an
Thank you.
evil Knievel sperm. You know, it's just like,
I mean, like, I've always joked that like my retirement plan was to die young.
Oh, yeah.
But like now that I'm like hitting 42 and very soon here, I'm like, man, that shit isn't funny anymore. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I gotta turn to like crypto. I'm
like-
like, come on.
because I kind of need to live to 200 because like honestly, like at my current like pace of savings, like I'm gonna retire at 180 anyway. You
Yeah.
know.
No. Retirement depends on what you need. That's all
Yeah.
it is. I'm gonna get really into stuff that grows.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm gonna get into like cat food and Walmart greeting. I think. That's,
Yeah. Like,
I don't think that's the job for you.
I think it's
sir,
fine.
put your balls away.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're
speaking-
talking to the greeter, not the customer.
Speaking of which, like, not to steer this back into what happens in our world, but did you see the airplane guy?
I did.
Did you got the
Yeah,
notes on this?
I do.
Okay, so
All right,
what
hold
happened
on.
with that?
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I'll go right into it because I was gonna say this is. I feel like this is like a polite invite to the Mile High Club.
Right? Yeah.
Because like,
How
and-
does a polite invite go?
well, it starts off by one of the gentlemen who
One of the gentlemen.
I may add is very father to grandfatherly ish.
Yeah, he ain't young.
Yeah,
This is
right.
not.
And he what he did is he airdropped a dick pic to the entire cabin of the
Oh, my
entire
gosh.
cabin.
Hey, you know what? That's what you get for having Apple. I've heard all this shit. You can't be in
Right.
chat group. Let's sitting here with an Android. Dick pic free.
yeah, to the entire cabin of the entire plane. right?
You
The
gotta,
camp is like
you gotta click
we're going
accept
down.
though.
Well, you do have to click accept, and actually, this
That's
is
on you. That's like me being like, want to unzip my zipper?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so-
And to be fair, like I get it. Like I mean, it's not like it's still vastly, wildly, vehemently inappropriate.
Yeah.
And like actually, it even said that in the articles that I came across, it said that one of the phones is being held by a child who's like playing on it, but thankfully he didn't accept it.
Usually
like-
kids always hit accept.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I think I would have
Is
lost.
that reverse child porn? Like, can kids not have pictures of old dicks?
Man, that's for the suits of Washington to decide. I think. I don't know. I'm not willing to test the waters on that. But thankfully, at least the kid didn't see the dick, But like, I'm kind of curious. So like, what angle was this dick at? As I'm reading it,
I hope it was like a Wrigley trough.
Well, no, like I'm glad that
It was in that small plain
Hold on.
lavatory.
Yeah, I'm sure that Jake has seen more dicks as a child, at the Cubs Stadium.
It was like a Pentecostal
Why-
church. You know when you look down, you see like flying buttresses and repeating small patterns and just a cacophony of noise.
I mean,
I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
My
after
dad
all.
was a football player, and I'd have to go back in the locker rooms and cut the tape off his like ankles and stuff, as they're just like, "Oh, get that away from me," just swinging dicks everywhere. I'm like, all right, but like, I'm glad that like Becca, like longtime listeners remember my cousin Becca, who's been on the podcast a couple of times. She's in the audience right now. I know for a fact Becca has shown me some of her unsolicited dick pics. Right? Yeah.
she meekly, sadly agrees.
Yeah.
But like I'm sitting there thinking like this is a shotgun blast of dick pic sending
Yes,
out.
it is.
It's like, what angle was this at? Because I'm like,
He's
I know
basically,
that I know
he's
some of
basically
the
like
ones that.
the Liberty tax guy with a dick pic. It's like sign spinning on the corner. Like,
Yeah, it's like the JG Wentworth, right? But
FREE.
no,
That spells
like,
free.
No, like I feel like because I know that some of the ones that she was sending, she showed me. I'm like, okay, so see how he's like doing that, that reverse like upside down grip. To where it's like where you grip just right below the head, where you're like, this could only be half of it, maybe. It's like, oh, you're not fooling anyone.
Dude, what's behind the door?
Exactly. You're like, let me guess, the other inch and a half of your penis head.
Listen, if he has to bring mystery into it, it's a letdown.
Exactly.
It's like what's behind door 3? A dumpster. With
But
a
no,
goat.
No, like I said though, like I've had like this is like a common ploy that plenty of dudes have done because I have a lot of female friends that have like lamented over these unsolicited dick pics.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
Just like this. Listen, I've been married for a long time, so I missed out on this entire paradigm of like photographing your dick. And I gotta say, I am disappointed.
You still could do it.
Do it right now. Honestly, send your wife a dick pic. Just see what she says and tell us on the next
Listen,
podcast.
here's the thing: is like, listen, I hate to pull this card, but like, I am an artist, and I am disappointed that these men
Then
don't
oil paint your dick and send it to her.
They don't mess. They don't mess with the sense of scale. Like I would go to Hobby Lobby and get like a dollhouse chase lounge. I mean, I have a little fun with it. You're just gonna send it as it is. That's not. That's like when you open your phone and the camera's looking at you. That's your dick pic right now. Like that's not doing anything for anyone. That's the worst part of my day.
You could put eyes and then like have the
maybe
whole
some
be the
googly
mouth.
eyes. You're saying?
Yeah.
Dude,
Throw a sparkler in there, and I don't know.
I knew a guy that had a smiley face on the end of his dick. I think the urethra opening was the nose, maybe.
Or buy one of those like novelty oversized gummy bears. Put it right next to it. So they're like, is that a gummy bear?
I hope it's one of the sugar-free gummy bears that give you diarrhea.
And
I
the
kinda
biggest
want one now.
crab you've ever seen.
What, a dick pic or a gummy bear?
The dick action.
All right, listeners, please send dick pics to Renee.
Yeah. Renee
No,
just
no.
wants the dick part.
I just want the dick part.
But honestly, like this is, I just want to give a PSA out to like listeners, like the male listeners, like no one is like buying your bullshit. Like if you do like the grip to where you only show like just the shaft part, like
If there's a grip, you must acquit.
look at you, that's
you bringing
another
it back to
OJ.
I know.
Look at you. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Damn, dude. All right. I don't know if I can follow that, but I just want to say, like, if you got that, like, that motorcycle revving grip, you know?
Yeah.
like,
I want to see a full helicopter.
There you go. Seriously, there's no fooling that.
No.
Dude, I can't
No.
even type the right thing. You're gonna send a dick pic. Perfect.
You can't read
Fucking
this.
fisheye it. Make it look like it's around the room.
Well, I had, yeah, that's funny. No, so I kept like looking into it. I guess it was like the actual dick pic itself was of like it's a lady's face in there, and I don't know if
So you looked into it.
I didn't like not. It wasn't like.
You looked into
It wasn't like a crystal ball or anything like that. Like I just like
There was a lady's face in with it.
with the picture. Like I guess she's like blowing the dude.
He was bragging.
Yeah, exactly.
Look what happened to me on this
Yeah.
magical
Well,
flight.
look what happened to Grandpa. You
Yeah.
know, like but
Still got it.
no, that just made me think like. Like please check on your elderly loved ones because this is like what the fuck is happening here?
This guy is doing. I think he just didn't know. When you like respond all to the email.
Well, no, like
he was trying to send it to his buddy named Al, and he clicked all.
Yeah.
No, like I honestly, my first thought was like, okay, was this like a generational technology thing?
No.
Well, no, because the reason
Could
why
that be defensible in court? He didn't understand.
No.
well, the reason why I say that is because, and I'm not kidding, I just recently closed 84 open tabs on my mom's cell phone recently.
Exactly.
I'm
They don't know
not
what they're
kidding.
fucking doing.
Like,
Grandpa,
to
don't
where I
send
was
a
like,
dick pic. I don't
what?
want to see it.
Like to where I was like, I looked at it and I was like, I looked and I blinked and I looked again. I was like, 84? And the reason why the phone was given to me is because it was should I respond to this? Because it was one of those like phishing emails.
Oh, okay.
It was a phishing email asking for like, oh, we couldn't sign you in. You should sign in with your information here. I'm like, don't sign into that.
Yeah.
It's like WXJY76 at like Outlook.com. Like that's not from Best Buy. Like what are you doing? But like but then I was watching videos on this and
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Was he flying coach?
He was flying coach.
He did not mean to do this.
No,
he is not some fucking tech mogul.
Hold on.
That is like,
I'm not
teach
done
him.
yet because obviously like one of the people
He doesn't even know how to invest. He's flying coach at
you
that
can
age.
watch this. You can watch the video of this dude getting busted because then like all of a sudden they alert a flight attendant. The flight attendant comes up and they're like, that dude's sending dick pics.
Dude, I would have went and yanked that handle on that door.
Just mid-flight.
All right, that's that.
The inflatable
Before or
raft.
after seeing the pic.
Well, I'm just saying, once I realized what I had done, I'd be like, bye.
Well, hold on.
Bye.
You now have lost cabin pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
There's your Fight Club reference for the episode, right? But no, like, so they literally, the flight attendant comes up and she goes, why are you doing that? And the guy said, I don't know, just having a little fun.
See, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
He's used it before.
All I'm saying is that, like, I
Graham-
think his fun ended when he was literally met by a police officer as he was escorted off the plane.
I don't know. We'll see what happens in prison. Maybe I'll have a little
Well,
fun.
his name is Larry, so there you go, listeners. If you want to look up, because I guess that's like part of his username or whatever. It's like, accept this picture from Larry.
If you accept a picture from Larry, you get a dick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a miracle if it's not a dick.
You can look at a dick and be like, that's Larry.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the Three Stooges.
All right. Hard shift.
You don't want the curlies.
Okay, hard shift. I'm ready.
Hold on. Come on.
Hard shift.
The curlies.
I got it. Hard shift. Do you guys know why Scar's name was Scar in Lion King?
Because he had a big fucking scar across the face.
Of course. That was given to him by the hyenas.
Okay.
But you know, this is from that like random fact page.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you this right
Just
now.
trying to get us back down to ground level here.
Sure. So I'll tell you this. Here's some of the things, and I've said this in stand-up before. You might remember this. But, I remember doing a stand-up bit. I was like, like a lot of you already know Swahili, you know. And Swahili, like for one, Simba means lion.
Okay, so maybe that's where I heard this.
Rafiki means friend. Pumbaa means stupid.
Right.
So
This is along that line. So Scar was given, his name was given by hyenas. Originally in Swahili.
wait, so they
his
fucked
name,
him up and then named him Scar?
Well, so his name was Taka, I guess. In Swahili, Taka means garbage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And do you know what Mufasa means?
I'm scared.
It means king.
Yeah, it means
Oh,
hurry.
okay.
I thought it meant hurry.
Well,
You need a Mufasa.
Yeah, but this actually this oddly reminded me of I think it was the book Freakonomics, where in New York apparently there was a guy with 2 sons, and he literally named the first one Winner and Loser.
Yeah.
And basically Winner is like consistently in jail his entire life. Loser is an NYPD detective.
Yeah.
So basically it was like the opposite of the way it played out. But honestly, like if you name me Garbage and my brother's name was King, I kind of would want to kill you too.
Well,
like
but at the same time, there is that woman from Beloit whose name is Marijuana Pepsi Cola,
exactly.
and she is
PhD.
Yeah, she's killing it. She's like doing super well.
Yeah.
And I remember reading an interview on her because she's from Jake's hometown.
Yeah.
But she said she goes,
It's a beautiful name, honestly. Like if you didn't know what it meant, it's like, nah, what does that mean?
No, she said she was named after her parents' 2 favorite things.
Exactly.
But she said that people were like, "Would you like to shorten it to Mary?" She's
Mary
like,
Jane?
"Nope." She goes, "My name is Marijuana Pepsi Cola." And she leaned into it, and
I love when people take, because I'm sitting here named Jake, which I don't know if you know this, was the most popular boy name for like 20 years in a row. It was Mike for 20 years, then it was Jake. So there's way too many of us.
Yeah.
You know, like
I wanted to have a boy named Jake.
You don't.
I did.
We're pieces of shit. It's like all of us, I talk to all of us.
I mean, you can.
The Jake fan club.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting kind of like correlation, and it's the whole thing like what's in a name, you know, and sometimes
I did love that.
Sometimes it can motivate you, other times it can kind of
there you go, there's your Swahili reference. And do you remember what Hakuna Matata means?
It means no worries.
There you go. All
right. Speaking of African animals, this doesn't happen in Africa. So I want to go back. What did we talk about last episode? It was the elephant that didn't forget.
Oh yeah. He smoked that 70-year-old lady gathering water, and then traveled like 150 miles or whatever to like take her off the pyre.
Yeah,
and then stomp her out like an old cigarette butt.
Exactly. That's the thing that happened in India, and I don't know what's going on with elephants in India. But apparently in India, where is it? It's in Tamil Nadu in India. Apparently an elephant has been caught on a security camera breaking into a home to steal a cake. I don't know what they did, but they've had enough.
I don't. Yeah, it's like no.
Yeah,
it's like Planet of
no
the Apes.
peanuts.
They've added up to here.
Yeah, dude, don't let them see like Dumbo, man. That's gonna be their fucking.
What, their roots?
I was gonna say, like that's gonna light them on fire, dude.
Okay, so yeah, I'm like keep an eye on India.
Okay, so what is as big as an elephant?
An elephant,
but weighs nothing at all. If you know it, don't say it. Anyone?
I don't know it.
As big as an elephant, but weighs nothing at all.
Some people's egos. I don't know.
I'm missing the hook. I don't know.
The shadow of an elephant.
Oh, Jesus. I was like, I don't know. I was going to say the shadow of an elephant.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Did you have that written down?
I did. It was a follow-up to last week.
Okay, so we had double follow. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, he came off my elephant fact.
Hold on a sec. I had that in my brain.
Well, no, we've had a lot of we've talked a lot about OJ.
Yeah.
Is there a Bronco next to that elephant?
I did actually have a final story here about a pastor who was charged recently for performing sexual acts on himself on a Starbucks patio.
I didn't have details, but I have the headline, and I'm like, I'll leave it off. But like,
I like how they specified patio.
What happened?
But they did not like say what the exact act was.
Sure.
And I was like, this is so ambiguous. It has piqued my curiosity. I need to know more.
Wait, swipe left?
Well, no, like look, it depends what he swiped with. But no, I would assume articles would say like he was masturbating or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or he was smushing snake on the glass.
I think it would have to be masturbating.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if he's like losing like his wristwatch in his own asshole or something like that, like on a fucking patio.
Sure, was he writing a love letter? Like,
right, dotting
a John Deere letter.
I mean, granted, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's getting coffee at Starbucks probably in the morning. Honestly, my brain isn't 100% there either.
Well, here's the thing: is that this wasn't even the first time he's done this.
Done what?
In that exact location, even.
Okay.
This guy goes there
in a Fappuccino.
God damn it! All right, take two.
Did you have Fappuccino?
No, I didn't, but I wanna. So take two. So he was getting a Fappuccino, guys. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hey. So
I still don't get it.
A frappuccino?
I don't get it.
You know what a
All right.
frappuccino is?
Hold on, take the pieces apart. To fap
damn
is to
it.
masturbate.
No.
You get a cappuccino
Hold on, look
at
at me.
a coffee place. And
What's
this
my hand
guy,
doing?
Oh, okay.
this guy was
Rolling
getting a
dice here.
Frappuccino.
Yeah. Anyway, so the police charged him with, and I quote, exposure of sexual organs,
Dick. Okay.
Was it the officer that exposed
which will
himself?
be very instrumental in the case against him. Oh. Thank you. I was proud of that one.
I don't.
Sexual organs.
Oh, okay.
Instrumental. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
jokes are funny when you explain
I don't
them.
get
Thank you very much.
I
for
don't
getting
get
that.
musical puns. Like I don't have that part of the brain.
Which is interesting because you're artsy.
Well, anyway,
I don't know. I don't mean to saxophone it in. But that's all.
you need a saxophone a friend.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
It was triumphant. It was a good pun. So
All right.
he had a
well,
tromboner.
drum roll, please. I'm about to do the next part.
What's the symbolism in all this? All right,
All
keep
right.
going. Just
Yeah,
get us out of here.
Okay, so
Percussion.
but like don't some of these places will post like pictures and names of like people that write bad checks, right? So it's
Oh,
like, why are they
dear.
putting like I mean, because he's a multiple offender
Why
at
aren't
this
they
place.
airdropping his photo?
Why are they airdropping his photo? No, like why don't they put his face in crime, like posted next to the cash register as like a cautionary tale against potential jackers?
Hold on.
Masturbate.
Yeah.
Hold on. If you can sue Geico for getting an STD in a car you rented, you can sue Starbucks for selling an addictive drink while you masturbate on the patio. I'm just
Exactly.
like,
I had
That
no
is pretty
control
good.
over myself.
I will say this though.
I wanted it.
Full disclosure, I guess if I was going to do this, I'm trying to put myself in this position. If I was going
Again.
to do
You're
this,
trying to put yourself in this
I
position.
would also probably pick Starbucks.
Yeah.
And
Because you don't want to dunk it.
no, because this is all right. That was a nice one.
Okay.
But no, this would be like a not much needed like confidence boost. Because if you think about it,
He's just pasteurizing his cream.
all right, yeah.
All the
He's
white
whipping
girls
it,
are there.
He's whipping cream. No, so like if you think about it,
It's a straight up pun fight.
Yeah, I know.
So-
Now, if you think, I sit there and I was like, okay, that would be the perfect amount of like confidence boost I would need, because it's like all of their sizes sound big.
yeah.
Yeah.
You've got tall,
Get the Venti.
grande,
Venti.
Venti, yeah. Then they have the Trenta, which is like they say is bigger than a stomach, like a human stomach.
Wait,
So-
there's an extra large? It's what?
Yeah, it's Trenta.
I didn't know that at all.
There you go.
The Trenta challenge.
This is where it bites him in the ass. I would have been getting a Trenta if I thought that was a Venti the whole time. Because I want a bigger coffee. What am I missing here? Why are you looking at me like I'm an idiot? I remember the whole Paul Rudd fight where he yells it's 20.
yeah.
But, like, what's Venti mean then?
Yeah, congratulations,
20.
you're stupid in three
It
languages.
does mean 20. Yeah.
Okay, then what's Trenta mean? 30?
30, yeah.
Okay, great, awesome.
So-
I'm gonna go kill myself.
You're gonna go.
Like,
Now before you get 30.
just
on
make it
your
a
way
large, you fuckers. I get why Paul Rudd is like. Keep going.
So no, that was it. I'm just saying, like
So what happened to him?
he got
Well, you were going to
arrested.
put yourself in his position. That's where I last remember it.
Did he at least say thanks a latte when they put him in the car? It's just like,
All right, I'm not gonna top that. All
Yeah.
right.
All
all
right.
right, that's about it. I'm out of stuff. Oh, this is your friendly reminder that the Elvis movie that people are enjoying this week. He got his girlfriend in when she was 14 in Germany and imported her to.
Imported.
No, he did. Where's Graceland, Kentucky or Tennessee?
Tennessee.
It's in Tennessee, right? So when she was 16, he paid so she could live at his dad's, right? At which she lived at Graceland the whole time. So again, your pop stars are nothing but pedophiles. I don't know what it is about being a
Yeah.
pedophile that makes such good music.
Somehow,
but,
like R. Kelly's like, come on, man,
Yeah.
I'm the sacrificial lamb here.
yeah. Well, I mean, Michael was the sacrificial lamb there, and the lambs were the sacrificial lamb to him. So that's how you kill an episode, people.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not really much you can go from there.
I'm gonna rogue V Wade to the shallow end of the pool. My name's Jake Bussey, and I killed this episode.
And I'm Adam, and I approve of this message, Riley.
I'm Renee.
This is mostly Tony's fault. He brought whiskey.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm Renee Elefino. Right.
Hey, there you go. That's
All right.
that's bringing it back up.
Yeah.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.